Lamson 7 of 8, 84 yards and 60 on the ground. And for Jordan Cook today, 10 of 13. He's had a solid afternoon so far, 150 yards, a pair of TDs. 2nd and 9. Play fake to Sudbury, wide open on the far side. Mike Shulikov belted out of bounds by Caden Dowler, but you see him once again, 6'6". Cody Hawkins says it's not really a 50-50 ball with him. It's more like 70-30.
Yes, it is, and the Montana Grizzlies heard his name a few times last week too. 8 catches for 119 yards. He's special. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's a big, good-looking target that can run and jump.
Looking left, Cook. In and out of the hands of Carson Sudbury. And now word from the Montana Boat Center.
Football season, boating season. You can plan for one while enjoying the other. Order your new dream boat now. Montana Boat Center.
Good shot of Cody Hawkins, his 3rd season in Pocatello. And his offense really getting going. The last couple of drives that have resulted in a pair of trips to the blue turf.
It's a good shot of Cody right there. I tell you, I'm a little draw here, which is probably a good call on 2nd and long. They got to get this run game going with as wet as it is down there. I got a lot of respect for Cody, though. He's a good coach. He's learned from some of the best. Obviously, his dad was a heck of a football coach. But I love the fingerprint that he's putting on this program. He's recruiting hard. And like I've told you guys, Ben, I've seen Idaho State have some good teams. It's just hard to sustain success down there. But I think they've got the right guy to do it.
Cook under duress. Just has to throw it away. And now bring up 4th down. I mean, you see how similar he is to his dad.
Yeah, he is, man. When you talk to him, I mean, they got a lot of the same mannerisms, and you can see his dad. He's the. Wait, you tell me what the title is? Director of Player Personnel?
Assistant Coach, Senior Advisor.
Yeah.
And I love last week on their coaches show, because this is a brutal stretch for Idaho State. 5 straight weeks where they're playing all 5 of the Big Sky teams who made the FCS playoffs last year. And when asked about it, the younger Hawkins just goes, to quote a very smart man, "It ain't intramurals, brother."
One of the great rants of all time. I love it. It actually, people talk about I'm a man, I'm 40, but Coach Hawkins rants one of the greatest of all time. You can see some shots here of my alma mater here, Ben. He was the starting quarterback back in the day for his old man at Colorado. Oh, the gorgeous black and gold.
I mean, look at those numbers. 7,731 yards. A lot of major passing records broken in his career out in Boulder.
Yeah, you can tell his coaching style. He definitely has taken a page out of his old man's. The single season record holder for 424 attempts. That's a lot.
Well, I remember last year when we called this game in Pocatello, he told a story where there were times where he didn't see himself as being a head coach. As Adam Jones, shake and bake, and will run out of bounds and pick up a 1st down for the Bobcats. But he never saw himself as a head coach. Saw himself as maybe just being an offensive coordinator for a defensive-minded coach. But obviously he's having tremendous success after coming to Pocatello, after serving as the OC at UC Davis. And like you mentioned, the money they put into the facilities at Idaho State, at the ICCU Dome, and the job that Cody Hawkins has done with this program in year 3. I mean, he's taking them to a great place right here. Lamson, design QB run. Right up the middle, past the 25.
Well,
Reynolds there.
He has been, and that's the thing, though. I mean, you look at game 1, UNLV, they lose by a touchdown. Then they drop a tough one to Southern Utah. Then they follow that up with a tough game against New Mexico. It's like you're scheduling FBS team, Mountain West type teams, and then you play a team like Lincoln. It's like, who is this team? I thought we saw really who they are last week against a very, very, very good Montana team, and they almost, a lot of coulda, woulda, shouldas, but they could have beat that team last week. But
Adam Jones right through the window, and there he goes. into Idaho State territory. Adam Jones once again with the feet.
Adam Jones is running hard. I mean, you can say the same about Julius Davis here. Again, lot of misdirection, right? The fly sweep, the split zone. But the rest is on him, man. You can see Taco blocking downfield there. But again, just with how I can only imagine how wet it is down there, just keep running the football.
34 yards there on that run by Adam Jones. Lamson in the pocket. He'll climb it, and he'll escape. The drag down from behind. 2-yard pickup there for Lamson. As Bo Jakes is there.
Picks up a yard and a half on the play. Maybe 2. 2nd and 8.
As we'll hit the 2-minute timeout here in Bozeman.
This is the 2-minute timeout. Timeout on the field.
Montana State looking to put some more points up on the scoreboard before heading into the locker room. Well, I think the last time, Ty, we called a game in the kind of downpour like this, I think it was 3 years ago against Weber State, and still to this day, the craziest college football game I've ever seen. Not just called, seen. 4 safeties and back and forth, double-digit deficits overcame.
Kick return for a touchdown, blocked punt. It was nuts.
Just a wild one here in Bozeman. 2 minutes to play. Again, faking the fly sweep to Jabez Woods. As Lamson once again with the keeper. 3rd down.
Idaho State seems like they've maybe figured out that play.
Idaho State, their first timeout, 30 seconds. Game clock operator, please put 1 minute and 56 seconds on the game clock. Thank you.
Well, so much for complimentary football. 255 yards from Brent Vigen's crew.
Well, and that's what I was saying in the open, you know, the best air raid-ish type teams. I mean, again, having to face, Coach Leach, they could always still run the ball at a pretty high clip.
Back down to Grace Lawrence.
The beauty of my job is I'm also the local sports reporter here in Bozeman. I cover the local prep, so I've been watching tight end Rocky Lencioni for a few years now. Back in high school, he was a receiver and a safety for the Bozeman Hawks. He made the switch to tight end once he got to MSU. Look at that catch right there. Was a part of a state championship team his senior year. A few current Cats on that team as well. And I remember he said back in high school his #1 sport growing up was actually basketball, but then he saw a future in football really take shape. I think is paying off, Ben.
4 wide receiver set. Lamson on the slant. And that will be caught by Taco Deller. Another timeout called. Yeah, you look at the Bozeman product. Left Bozeman High is their 2nd leading all-time receiver.
Idaho State, their 2nd and a half, 30 seconds.
Also on All-State, I should say, on defense. And Brent Vigen really raved about him in our coach's call with him earlier this week. I asked him, hey, the impact that Rocky has had on your program early on, and he said the development has been quicker than we envisioned, and you can just see it. He had that touchdown last week against NAU, and the big thing, and I know you're going to agree with me here, his blocking has been phenomenal on the perimeter.
It has, and you got to understand now, Coach Vigen's an old tight end himself.
Yeah.
And he came up through the North Dakota State ranks as a player and a coach. North Dakota State, as everyone at an FCS level knows, especially here in Bozeman, they've always used a platoon of tight ends, and to have 4 tight ends that are all big,
Idaho
long.
State called the timeout to challenge the ruling of a catch on the field. The play is under review.
See, I didn't think it was a catch either.
I didn't think so either.
It was great pressure by Idaho State. But all I was going to say is you've got 4 tight ends that are very much in the mix, and they're all sophomores and freshmen. So the future is bright for that tight end room. And again, Coach Vigen, who's coached a lot of great offenses, a lot of great quarterbacks. We're going to see the replay here, Ben. Boy, from up here, I thought it hit the ground. I don't know if it did. Excuse me. I think it's a catch.
Basket catch there by Dowler, at least from that angle. And, one final point on the tight ends. We talked to Pete Sturbick about a month ago. You look at Rocky Lencioni from Bozeman High, Ryan Schlepp from Gallatin, and the offensive coordinator for Montana State said, it's basically tight end you here in the Gallatin Valley.
I keep telling my son the same thing. I think he's going to be a big old boy, and, he loves to play quarterback and linebacker like his old man. But I said, buddy, you're going to be 6'4", 6'5". And then I showed him what the average tight end in the NFL makes. It's about $7.5 million. He's like, you know what, Dad?
It's not bad.
Not bad.
After review, the receiver's hand was under the ball. The catch is complete. The ruling on the field is upheld.
And I'm glad they reviewed it because that was a big play. I mean, 4th and, what is it, about 3-4? You know, with the conditions.
Because we're looking at about but they're going to keep the offense on
Idaho
the field.
State is out of challenges for the game.
I was going to say, it would have been about a 51-yarder if they sent Miles Sandstead out. But now on 4th and 4. Montana State 4 of 6 this season. Split wideouts, Jabez Woods. Motions, underneath. Ryan King making the grab and getting a first down.
This is a real nice catch by King, and I'll tell you why. The ball is thrown just slightly behind him. Good catch by King. Nice job moving the chain. You can see it right there. Good job looking it in. And, you know, that receiving core, didn't mean to pour on last week, but they looked like they had a couple drops, you know, where those guys got to catch the football.
Back to the ground, Adam Jones. Short of the 20.
Actually was talking to Coach Sam Mix today. He's been the running back coach.
Timeout. Idaho State. Their 3rd and final timeout of the half. 30 seconds.
You know, showing those clips of Cody Hawkins in the old black and gold. One of my former teammates, a great fullback by the name of Brandon Drum, is here as we speak. His son is a big, long wide receiver out of Anchorage, Alaska. I have a bad feeling on today, Ben. We're going to show a lot of Colorado play. Oh God, here we go.
Here we go. Not you though.
No.
Not you. We wouldn't do that to you.
2006 though, man. This Bobcat team went down to Boulder, Colorado, and took down the mighty Colorado Buffaloes.
And Dan Hawkins, his debut as the Buffs head man. 19-10 the final out in Boulder.
I remember watching that game going, oh God, are the Cats really good? And then 2 months later we went and waxed them, just so you know. But anyway.
On 2nd down, under 90 ticks left here in this first half. And trying to submarine forward, Adam Jones. Not much there, 3rd down.
Well, I know Coach Vegan has aspirations of putting more points on the board. He's going to have to, he's watching that clock. They're trying to drain as much time down as they can. Again, with the way some of the kicking's been going, though, you'd probably much rather get the ball close and go for 6 points as opposed to 3 points, as one's already hit the dang goalpost.
They got 12 personnel in there again. Montana State 3rd down and 3. Adam Jones following a block. And it will be enough, at least from the spot, to move the chains, and they will. And Adam Jones a little hobbled, but you know how tough he is. He's going to stay in the game.
Oh, boy.
Colson Kuhn will come right back to the sideline. Adam Jones, 130 yards today. To the air now, Lampson. Retreats. And that one heading into the stands, and a flag at the 12-yard line.
Flag on play.
Well, once they recognized they got the first down.
Holding. Number 3 of the defense. It's a 10-yard penalty. An automatic first down.
Janari Boone with a crucial one as we wind down this
Correction,
second.
half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, that's a great call by you, Ben. That is crucial because they are knocking on the door. That was a wonky play from the get-go. Once they recognized they got the first down, they tried to get Kuhn in there because they saw Adam Jones hobbled, you know, but the ref was holding the ball. But yeah, that was a very not a very good timed penalty by ISU.
And now Happy Feet before the snap.
Ball start. Number 7 was three of the offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Cedric Jefferson, now the guilty party.
For an offensive line that had their fair share of injuries, and you know, again, we've used the word reshuffle way too much. Looks like they're settling in nicely though with this starting 5.
Faking the sweep. Lampson with an eternity. with a laser to the corner. Touchdown, Montana State. Bozeman's own Rocky Lencioni.
Well, nothing like highlighting the guy and showing old high school footage and being a local kid. Last week I told you it wasn't on my bingo card that they drew up a tight end fly sweep. Great throw by Lampson. Good pocket presence. Again, he's got all day with that O-line blocking their butts off. Finds him in the corner of the end zone. And again, that's back-to-back weeks for Lencioni getting in the end zone. Keep using this stable of tight ends.
High snap, but still good. And now a 20-point lead for Montana State. And Lampson pumped over on the sideline.
We keep seeing it week in, week out. He's a fiery dude. I mean, he's a competitive guy.
Drawing right up to Nathan Reynolds.
Don't get a penalty. It's all fun and games. Yeah, I'm talking to you too, JT Reed. There, don't get a penalty. He's still man, he's still going. Look at him. He might be still talking across the way. Look at him. He just don't want to. He's a competitive dude, man. He's a fiery guy. Coach Vegan, I think, loves what he's got.
Well, he's a competitive dude, and really that entire family. They're extremely tough. I was listening to Cody Hawkins earlier this week, and he was talking about Justin Lampson's brother played 6 games with a torn ACL back in the day. So that entire family, I mean, they're grinders, man.